Barak Yahweh Barakatha, Yahweh Shah Barakatha, Yahweh Barakatha, Yahweh Shah Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and sincerity. Lesson will be entitled, Every Man Should Bear Rule in His Own Home. Lord, will you are edified. This video will be the third installment to the video series entitled, You Women Will Learn Order. Our case example will be King Xerxes, okay, also known as King Ahasuerus, and his wife Vashti was disobedient, and because of her disobedience, she had to be put in her place and made an example out of, so other women within that kingdom would know how to behave. He killed off a negative behavior before it became a habit. It only takes a behavior 30 days to become a habit, right? And his counsel advised him to do so not only for him, but for the entire kingdom, so women would not rebel, okay? See, the ancient way of living will be exercised on earth by Yahweh Shah, trickling down to the 144,000. Women will know order. And even the heathens live and still live by this concept, okay? Again, King Ahasuerus is Xerxes. And Xerxes was the king that attempted to take over the Greek Empire. They showed you that on 300.
The Book of Esther, chapter 1. Now it came to pass in the days of Ahasuerus, this is Ahasuerus, which reigned from 127 provinces, that in those days when the king Ahasuerus sat on the throne of his kingdom, which was in Shushan the palace, in the 3rd year of his reign he made a feast unto all his princes and his servants, the power of Persia and Media, the nobles and princes of the provinces being before him, when he shewed the riches of his glorious kingdom and the honor of his excellent majesty many days, even 180 days. And when these days were expired, the king made a feast unto all the people that were present in Shushan the palace, both unto great and small, 7 days in the court of the garden of the king's palace, where were white, green, and blue hangings, fastened with cords of fine linen and purple to silver rings, and pillars of marble. The beds were of gold and silver, upon a pavement of red, and blue, and white, and black marble. And they gave them drink in vessels of gold, the vessels being diverse one from another, and royal wine in abundance, according to the state of the king. And the drinking was according to the law. None did compel, for so the king had appointed to all the officers of his house, that they should do according to every man's pleasure. Also Vashti the queen made a feast for the women in the royal house, which belonged to King Ahasuerus. On the 7th day, when the heart of the king was merry with wine, he commanded Mehumans, Biztha, Harbona, Bigtha, and Abagtha, Zethar, and Carcas, the 7 chamberlains that served in the presence of Ahasuerus the king, to bring Vashti the queen before the king with the crown royal, to shew the people and the princess her beauty, for she was fair to look on. But the queen Vashti refused to come at the king's commandment by his chamberlains. Therefore was the king very wroth, and his anger burned in him. Then the king said to the wise men which knew the times, for so was the king's manner toward all that knew law and judgment, and the next unto him was Karshina, Shethar, Admitha, Tarshish, Meres, Marsena, and Memucan, the 7 princes of Persia and Media, which saw the king's face, and which sat the first in the kingdom. What shall we do unto the queen Vashti according to law, because she hath not performed the commandment of the king Ahasuerus by the chamberlains? And Memucan answered before the king and the princes, Vashti the queen hath not done wrong to the king only, but also to all the princes, and to all the people that are in all the provinces of the king Ahasuerus. For this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women, so that they shall despise their husbands in their eyes, when it shall be reported. The king Ahasuerus commanded Vashti the queen to be brought in before him, but she came not. Likewise shall the ladies of Persia and Media say this day unto all the king's princes, which have heard of the deed of the queen, thus shall there arise too much contempt and wrath. If it please the king, let there go a royal commandment from him, and let it be written among the laws of the Persians and the Medes, that it be not altered, that Vashti come no more before King Ahasuerus, and let the king give her royal estate unto another that is better than she. And when the king's decree which he shall make shall be published throughout all his empire, for it is great, all the wives shall give to their husbands honor, both to great and small. And the saying pleased the king and the princes, and the king did according to the word of Memucan. For he sent letters into all the king's provinces, into every province according to the writing thereof, and to every people after their language, that every man should bear rule in his own house, and that it should be published according to the language of every.
And this was wise counsel that Xerxes received, stopping a negative behavior before it became a habit. Esther 1:17. For this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women, being defiant, right? So that they shall despise their husband in their eyes, meaning being disobedient and telling them, as well as things they would not do. When it shall be reported, the king Ahasuerus commanded Vashti the queen to be brought in before him, but she came not. Likewise shall the ladies of Persia and Media say this day unto all the king's princes, which have heard of the deed of the queen. Meaning, hell, if she did it, we can do it too. This would be an uprising. Thus shall there arise too much contempt and wrath. If it please the king, let there go a royal commandment from him, and let it be written among the laws of the Persians and the Medes, that it be not altered, that Vashti come no more before King Ahasuerus. Meaning, make an example out of her, so these women will know to remain in order, no matter how good she looks. And let the king give her royal estate unto another that is better than she, because she was disobedient. And when the king's decree which he shall make shall be published throughout all his empire, for it is great, all the wives shall give to their husbands honor, both to great and small, no matter what your social status is. Every man should bear rule within his own household. Also, dear YouTube, this video will be used for fair use purpose only. As you can see, a clip from 300, messenger from Xerxes asking for earth and water.
Before you speak, Persian, Know that in Sparta, everyone, even a king's messenger, is held accountable for the words of his voice. Now, what message do you bring?
Earth and water.
You rode all the way from Persia for earth and water.
Do not be coy or stupid, Persian. You can afford neither in Sparta.
What makes this woman think she can speak among men?
Because only Spartan women...
Now you see what the messenger said, because in the kingdom of Xerxes, women were not allowed to speak amongst men. That ancient mindset is coming back on earth. See, Xerxes didn't play that shit.
Earth and water.
You rode all the way from Persia for earth and water.
Do not be coy or stupid, Persian. You can afford neither in Sparta.
What makes this woman think she can speak among men?
Because only Spartan women...
And that's the point. Lord, will you edify? Shalom.